皆さん、こんにちは。Yuki here. In this video, I'm going to talk about Sonkeigo honorific form. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's start learning about how to use Sonkeigo. Alright, so Keigo. Keigo is a speech that shows respect. And often used when you're talking to people older than you, or talking to someone you don't know, or Keigo is often used in business. So there are three types of Keigo. First one is Teineigo, polite form. So we have a dedicated video for Teineigo, so please check that out if you haven't. And then Sonkeigo, honorific. This is about superior's action. Superior is just a way of saying, someone that is older than you, or someone you don't know very much, or just someone you talk to in business. Alright? And then Kenjougo, humble. And this is about speaker's action. So Kenjougo kind of bring yourself down in a position. So the superior becomes higher position relatively. Right, so Keigo itself is kind of difficult even for native Japanese speakers. So just think of it as an important part of Japanese culture because Japan has the culture of respect. If you know when and why Japanese people use Keigo, you really start to understand Japanese culture. Alright, so today we are going to talk about Sonkeigo, honorific, and it's about superior's action. Alright, so Sonkeigo, about superior's action. Elevate the listener's position above the speaker to show respect. So listener is often elder people or someone you don't know well or someone you talk to in business. Alright, so the first grammar of Sonkeigo is o plus verb stem form plus ni naru. So, for example, 食べます mas form of 食べる which means to eat, right? So, Sonkeigo, お食べになる o plus 食べ that's the stem and then になる お食べになる待ちます to wait that becomes お待ちになる読みます to read お読みになる帰ります to go home to leave becomes お帰りになる座ります that means to sit and かけます that means the same thing or you can say 腰をかけます as well 座りますかけます that means to sit that becomes おかけになるおかけになる取ります to take becomes おとりになる会います to meet that becomes お会いになる Okay, so let's look at example sentences 佐藤さんはお友達をお待ちになっている佐藤さんはお友達をお待ちになっている Mrs. Sato is waiting for her friends. Right, 佐藤さん Mrs. Sato お友達 you can add o in front of noun to make it more polite. So お友達 means her friends and showing respect. And お待ちになっている o plus 待つ and then in this case it's waiting, currently happening. So お待ちになっている instead of お待ちになる Okay? Next example sentence 先生は普段どんな本をお読みになりますか先生は普段どんな本をお読みになりますか What kind of books do you usually read? Right, so 先生 that means teacher 普段 that means usually どんな本 What kind of books お読みになる But in this case, question. So, どんな本をお読みになりますか What kind of books do you usually read? Next example sentence. お客様がお帰りになる。お客様がお帰りになる。A customer is leaving. お客様 that means customer. お客 by itself means customer, but you can add 様、お客様, then that becomes showing more respect to the customer. はい、so 帰る that means to leave. But here お帰りになる that means to leave, but in a very polite form. Alright, next example sentence. 佐藤先生にお会いになったことはありますか？佐藤先生にお会いになったことはありますか？ Have you met Mrs. Sato before? Right, so 佐藤先生に Mrs. Sato お会いになったことはありますか？お会いになる The part means to meet, but in honorific form. お plus I になる。But here, we want to make it past form because I want to ask, have you met? So, お会いになったことはありますか？ Have you met Mrs. Sato before? Alright, so next grammar. This is slightly different, but you can use this whenever you ask someone to do something in a very polite way. So that is お plus verb stem plus ください。For example, 考えます、考えます means to think, right? And then the stem is 考え that becomes お考えください。お plus 考え plus ください。お考えください。That means please think about it. Next, 待ちます。That becomes お待ちください。So what you hear a lot is 少々お待ちください in the stores. That means please wait a little bit. Next, 読みます to read. That becomes お読みください。お読みください。Next, 帰ります to leave, to go home. That becomes お帰りください。お帰りください。座ります。かけます。to sit down. That becomes おかけください。おかけください。Next, 取ります。to take. That becomes お取りください。お取りください。Alright, let's look at example sentences. サラダとコーヒーを自由にお取りください。サラダとコーヒーをご自由にお取りください。Please feel free to take a salad and coffee. So, サラダとコーヒー that means salad and coffee. And ご自由に that means freely or feel free. And お取りください。取る that means to take. お取りください。That means please take and it shows respect. Next example sentence. こちらにおかけになってお待ちください。こちらにおかけになってお待ちください。Please have a seat and wait here. Okay, so こちらに here おかけになる。おかけになる。That means to sit. And then お待ちください。待つ to wait. That becomes お待ちください in Sonkeigo. So here we have two Sonkeigo. おかけになる and お待ちください。Next example sentence. こちらの雑誌はご自由にお読みください。こちらの雑誌はご自由にお読みください。Please feel free to read magazines here. こちら that means here. こちらの雑誌 these magazines. ご自由に freely お読みください。Please read. And of course, there are always exceptions. for these grammars that we learned so far. So for example, 見る. If we conjugate like normal, like other verbs, that will become おみになる. And I find it really weird and difficult to say that. Also, 着る, right, to wear, that becomes おきになる. Also, 来る, to come, that becomes おくになる. And then する, that becomes おすになる. おすになる. That sounds like you're going to become a vinegar. Anyways, these don't work at all because we only have like one word, one character, like between o and になる. And that makes it really hard to say it. So instead, we have a different way to say this. 見る. Instead of おみになる, 見る becomes ご覧になる. ご覧になる. 着る to wear, that becomes お召しになる. 来る honorific form is いらっしゃる. いらっしゃる. する honorific form is なさる. Also, asking politely, there is a different way to say this. ご or お plus noun plus ください. So, for example, noun 利用 利用 that means utilization or to use. Right? So verb is 利用する to use, to utilize. And you can say like this. If you want to say please use, you can say ご利用ください. ご利用ください. Next example. 乗車 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 That means getting on a vehicle. And verb is 乗車する. If you want to say please get on a vehicle, you can say ご乗車ください. ご乗車ください. You hear this a lot on a bus. Next, 連絡 連絡 That means to contact. And verb is 連絡する. 連絡する. So if you want to say please contact us, that is ご連絡ください. ご連絡ください. You might hear this or find this in emails or phones or something. And then 確認 確認 That means confirmation. Verb is 確認する. 確認する. And if you want to say please confirm, you can say ご確認ください. ご確認ください. Also, you might hear this in business a lot. Next, noun, 電話. That means phone call. Verb, to make a phone call. That is, 電話する. 電話する. If you want to say please call, you can say お電話ください. お電話ください. Alright, let's look at example sentences. 2階へ行く際は、エスカレーターをご利用ください。2階へ行く際は、エスカレーターをご利用ください。When you go to the second floor, please use the escalator. Right, so 2階, that means second floor. 2階に行く際. 際 here, that means when. So 2階へ行く際, that means when you go to the second floor. Escalator, that's the escalator. ご利用ください. That means please use. So you might hear this type of sentence at a store, like announcement, store announcement. Okay? 2階へ行く際はエスカレーターをご利用ください. When you go to the second floor, please use the escalator. Next example sentence. お気をつけてご乗車ください. お気をつけてご乗車ください. Please be careful when you get on the bus. Right, so お気をつけて. That means to be careful. ご乗車ください. ご乗車ください. That means please get on the bus. You can translate this as Please get on the bus carefully. Alright, next example sentence. 何かあればまたご連絡ください。何かあればまたご連絡ください。Please contact us again if anything happens. Alright, so 何かあれば that means if anything happens. また again ご連絡ください。Please contact us. Alright, so today's quiz. Translate these sentences into Japanese using what we learned today. Number 1. Here's the change. Please check it. Or please confirm it. Number 2. Mr. President already went home. Number 3. Please wait until tomorrow morning. Alright, I will leave the example answers in the description. Alright, that's it for today. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I hope to see you in the next one. またね。